Okay, first off, a lot of praise to those guys. I talked about it all week with our local guys. This is a good team that we were coming to play today, and it's not an easy situation to come play in. That's why NFL teams look at their schedule at the beginning of the year and don't want to count their East Coast trips. So first off, give those guys a lot of credit for playing really hard after losing a tough game last week, and also credit our players. They did a really good job for a game that is not real easy to play. First off, the East Coast, the 2 days, NFL stadium, not much, attendance lower than I think people thought. So there wasn't a whole lot of energy, and then the delay. So a lot of reasons why they could have not performed well. And I thought they did really well, especially third quarter. Into the second quarter and third quarter, I thought our guys really started to play well. And as we talked about yesterday, we were going to need to run the ball. They were going to come to play on defense, and I think we had 250 yards rushing. And even though I know 2 of those runs come from Robert and Marquise, but that's part of the run game. If they're going to take away and close the ends all day, to try to stop your outside zone, you run a couple of reverses. So a lot of credit to our offensive line.
How did you handle the delay? What were you talking about in the locker room, or how did you manage that?
Yeah, luckily, I thought whoever it is, the stadium, whoever manages this thing, did a great job. They informed myself. We didn't tell our players that this was probably going to happen before the game. But somewhere in the third or fourth quarter, there was going to get shut down probably. We thought probably the fourth quarter, but it came a little bit earlier, and that we were going to shut it down. And so we knew what we were going to do. We were going to come in. We were going to get the pads off. We were going to go to dry shirts, because the temperature difference, and really let our guys sit around and really coach our guys schematically and not with a lot of energy and not a lot of wasted energy. So it was good. I thought our coaches did a really good job. Our players really responded. A lot of energy coming out. They did a really good job coming out of the locker room there to start the third quarter. And then we basically just sat around and redid our third downs and red zone and call sheet, and then met with the offense and went from there.
Coach, following up on that, was there any expansion of the playbook, or was something that you've seen that you already knew that you were going to do in terms of the play?
Well, I think it did help. I know it helped myself and our offensive staff to have that much time. It was almost like the game was over. We're going to play a new game and really dissect what had happened in that first half and really break it down and kind of, like I said, reorder all of our stuff, and then met with our offense and basically kind of reinstalled everything that was going to come. So that helped our guys.
Can you talk a little bit about Silas Redd's performance today?
Yeah, I thought Silas ran really hard. I thought he did a really good job taking care of the football, which in general we did on offense today. Outside of the one pit, we did a really good job in some wet conditions of taking care of the ball, and Silas did that.
Did you run a play similar to Northwestern into the flat where number 35, the safety, had coverage? It seemed it was the same play I saw last week.
I don't know that. We ran a lot of plays today, so I'm not sure. So
You didn't go downfield. Matt didn't throw downfield as much. What was?
Tried once, threw it to the other team.
Yeah, I know. What was the deal with that?
Really, it was, we wanted to make sure that we were in a game that we tried to get some momentum in the game. And if you come into an environment like it was today, just kind of weird, and you're on the road and a team that is their Super Bowl and they can throw everything at you, I thought it was more critical to make sure we were getting completions, as it happened, and trying to run the ball instead of all of a sudden throwing it downfield and turnovers happen or sack cause fumbles. And they do a really good job with their third down stuff, multiple 3-man fronts, and they move people around and cause you some issues. And they're a very well coached team, and so that's really why that was.
In many ways, do you feel that just the individual talent of Woods broke the game open with 3 big plays, the touchdown catch, the punt return, and the run?
Yeah, I think that's what that's why you recruit. That's why we spend so much time. You guys like 9 and 2, and they make the plays look good. So Robert really stepped it up today. He was banked up, as you probably saw out there, and really did a good job. Thought he was going to have to come out at one point, and 9 was going to have to take over. But those guys did a great job. And, Matt on his birthday, throws 6 more touchdowns.